Hi, this is Dave with Dave Created. Today we're going to be doing a project that is inspired by nature. It's a cheap project you can do with your family, with your kids. I know I've done this project with my three boys. We've made three of these so far. Today will be my fourth one that we make. It's a nice project to be able to bring some of the outdoors inside the home. This project actually makes you very aware of the textures in nature, the sights, the colors, the sounds, the feel. It's really a wonderful project for everyone. This is a nice spot to rest after a long hike. I just absolutely love this area. Sometimes I wish I could bring it indoors with me. We do need to go inside the house and get a few supplies and some other supplies around the garage. First off, plastic baggies. These work great for collecting items from nature and bringing them back to the house. Inside the garage here, I have an old fish tank. You can find what I'm about to grab here, activated charcoal. You can find that in the fish and pet section of most stores. Around the side of the garage, I've got an old screen from a window, and I've also got a whole bunch of little puppies, which we are offering them for sale. We've got a few left. You can find a link in the description below for more information. They are so cute. I'm also going to need this pickle jar. Out in the woods here, I'm going to be collecting several different samples of moss. We've got a variety of them around the Ozarks here. And it doesn't really matter which ones you grab, but don't grab all of them, otherwise you'll have way too much moss and you're going to deplete an area where it was growing naturally. So I usually just take a small sample from different spots around the woods. Again, I'm going to leave moss of it behind. You're also going to want a centerpiece to it, like this wood right here. The centerpiece will give a focal point inside the terrarium that you're building. You're going to want to find 2 or 3 little plants to put inside your terrarium as well, along with some dirt and small rocks. You'll want to get a handful or bowl of both of those to add to the terrarium later. The first step is to clean the jar off really good, especially if your pickle jar was really dirty like mine was. The second step is you add activated charcoal at the bottom of the jar. Again, that can be found at most pet supply stores in the fish section. I'm going to put this screen from an old window down on top of the activated charcoal, and that will help keep the rocks and soil separated from the black charcoal. Altogether, this will help keep our system looking clean. Once I put the screen down, I'm going to add some of the local rocks. I've got a whole bowl full of them. And we want to start with some of those smaller rocks before we put the dirt in. Again, this just helps with the filtration, plus it adds another layer of color that looks nice at the final product. I'm using some local dirt next to put in. And then on top of that, I'll do some potted soil. Now you may have noticed that the sides of my jar are getting quite dirty, and I forgot to film it, but after this is done, putting all the plants and dirt in, I take a paper cloth and kind of wipe down the insides of the jar using this tool, this tongs things, and I get the whole inside of the jar cleaned up along with the outside. I'm putting in different types of moss here just to add the different colors and textures. I kind of want to push it down into the soil. Now sometimes the centerpiece is a little big, so I'm going to use a specialized tool to remove some of this wood. Yeah, this tool rocks. Once you have the centerpiece put in, you're going to want to add a few things around it just to add some extra textures and colors. This plant that I pulled from the woods, I am putting up front, off to the side, and the roots will need to be kind of pushed down into the soil a little bit so they have the opportunity to grow into the new medium. I'm going to add a few more colorful moss, and I pulled up some acorns from the front yard that I'm going to use as decorative pieces as well. Just don't go nuts over it. A few final touches of moss on the rocks in the back, and I will call this done. Again, if you enjoyed this video, Please like, comment, and subscribe for more great content from Dave Created.